Welcome to this little pottery chit chat session. I just thought I will share with you guys how my journey is going so far and how I started. So, I've always wanted to get into pottery since I entered art college. Just because I learned that I loved sculpting, and I felt like paper clay, which was what the medium I was working with, it didn't have that permanent feature, and I thought pottery would be a great next step. But there was no pottery studio nearby where I lived, or even not even nearby, like just there was no pottery studio that I knew of. So I never really had that opportunity to venture into this medium, and so I've always kept it on the back burner. Like that was something I really wanted to do. And then I moved to Japan when I was 27 years old. There was a pottery studio, not to say nearby, but it was like maybe a 20-minute walk towards the train station and another hour or so by train to the place. But I really wanted to learn it, so I didn't really care. It's just that by the time I relocated to Japan, that place shut down. So there goes my opportunity. And since then, it was still on the back burner until I moved to the US. When I moved to Florida in 2022, I was researching the area where I was living in and where I was going to live in, and I found a pottery studio like less than 2.5 miles away from me, and I was like, okay, this is a sign. Like, this is my time. This is my chance. So they were also looking for, they were hiring. So I was like, okay, double win. I get to work there and I get to create pottery as well. So basically I started working for them, and then I took their classes, and what started out as just I'm gonna try it out to see if I like it, and just for fun sort of hobby, because art is my, like painting, traditional painting is my thing. I fell in love deeply with pottery. As you can see by the studio, half of it is now a pottery space. It has gotten a hold of me, and I cannot imagine life without pottery anymore. So it is something I'm definitely growing as another range in my work. So I'm very excited about. I've already invested in the pottery wheel. The next thing I'm gonna invest in is the kiln where I'm gonna bake everything. But that thing is expensive. Like all the accessories, calling the electrician to come and redo the wiring in the house to be able to handle the kiln and all that would easily cost me like $4,000. So it's something like way in the future. If something happens and I get to do it earlier, that'd be great. But like realistically, with how much I'm earning right now, it's gonna be like at least 3 to 4 years into the future kind of investment. But yeah, I am very excited with where my journey is taking me. There is a valuable life lesson that I've learned in pottery, for me anyway. I have a perfectionist nature. Failure is not an option for most cases. If I fail at anything, I will go into a very depressive mood. I would beat myself up for a long time. And I know it's not healthy, but I've never been able to confront that side of me without feeling threatened, without some animosity in there. So I was never able to address that side of me without a lot of negativity. But with pottery, I'm able to address failures and that perfectionist nature. Even though I do get triggered a little bit here and there when I fail at stuff, it's not to the point where I shut down, if that makes sense. Because I guess because pottery is such a tangible experience that you can see the failures and how it incrementally makes you better for it. You get what I mean? It's like you are failing, but with each failure, the next piece that you create has the lessons you learned from the previous failure. So it never feels like a wasted time, a wasted energy. It doesn't have that. It shows you that failures aren't an end all. Failures aren't as bad as your mind makes it out to be or society makes it out to be, you know? So that was something I'm very grateful for in terms of my pottery journey, teaching me. For me, that's a life lesson. And I'm just so, even just for that, I am so grateful to be on this journey. Even just for that. Yeah. Thank you for joining me in this experience. I am so grateful for your support. If you are on Instagram, don't forget to say hi. I am most active on there. I've also just launched my Patreon page. It has a more detailed look of the work I do, my inspirations, the symbolism in my work, all that good stuff will be on my Patreon, which I will leave the link in the description box below. And yeah, I'm gonna meal prep shepherd's pie for the week, so I need to get on with that. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!